Good morning and good afternoon, boomers. The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne, the crypto commander in chief here. Your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, back with the daily kapump every single day with the live stream. Even when it's trading sideways, when it's taking little dips, dives, and slide, we're here deep in the trenches with the best of the blockchain battlefield cadets out here, the platoon members, the decorated 5-star general soldiers here in the population of the chat box. Make sure you're kabooming and liking all the buttons right now. Make sure you're kabooming and liking all the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Stay tuned in to the good crypto word that we spread here every single day. Double like that as the rest of the boomers tune into the population of the chat box. Bitcoin approaching 9K support. We're going to be talking about this Bitcoin dip, and we'll check out the charts. I know you guys like the charts. I'll be sharing some articles and see what's really happening with Bitcoin, what pricing we should expect in the short term as the rest of the boomers tune in. Let me go ahead and turn off these coins, share my display with you guys. You can see the Coinbase chart here on Bitcoin 95.13, and we're seeing a dippage from 97 to 95 quickly here in the past couple hours. Shout out to Rafterman, one of our 5-star generals. Batman's here. Everybody's pouring into the box now. This indeed is a live broadcast. We're preheating the crypto oven to 450 and beyond. Shout out to all the boomers out here. Punish GT. Hello, pumpers. Yo champ. FN Base is backed. GT, Batman, Rafterman. We got decorated 5-star generals here, guys. Make sure you're caressing those buttons for the champion. Make sure that we're shown here at the top of the search results, although, you know, maybe it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter. I've been looking at the analytics with the channel or whatnot, and it seems like somewhere after the kaboom, around 2017, approaching the summer, you know, we arguably got shadow banned out there because it's like a dramatic decrease with the subscribers and the viewers. You know, it just went from like one day to another. Boom, boom. I really don't get it. My only assumption is that we could be on a blacklist, a shadow ban list. But on the other hand, we have decorated officials every single day here in the population of the chat box showing love via the super chat, downloading the Brave browser. And in fact, I'm getting more action as far as, you know, comments and super chats than I was before when we were getting more subscribers and more views. So the subscribers go down, but I got the engagement going up. So either way, the best thing we could do here is continue to spread that good word and then share these videos on your social media feeds with the rest of the animals on the farm. And hopefully we can bring some more boomers here into the population of the chat box as we expect some sexiness price-wise with Bitcoin going into next year. Now, we're seeing a dip, and this may go lower. We're going to be talking about the pricing and see where it would head to. But for the mid to long term, guys, let the friends and the family know that the Bitcoin train still has a few more seats. All aboard. Here we go, bro, says Nakamoto. It ain't over. We need to do Vegeta memes again. So 88 champ says Nakamoto. It's a possibility. We're going to look at the charts right now. Shout out to Double X with the glasses. Bull run incoming, says Johnson. I like that. I like that positive attitude. While everybody's screaming bears, 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 we got Johnson positive. He thinks that bull run's incoming. Now, it's, in my opinion, it's coming. I'm not sure if it's coming in the week or in the next month. Again, you know that the champ is waiting till next year. I don't think we're going to see that much action. You know, at the beginning of this year, the champ predicted that we would close out 2019 a little bit under 10K, somewhere where we're at now, maybe 95, 97, 98, maybe a little over 10K at 10.2 as we approached and as we experienced that bull run that occurred in the summer. That baby bull run to 13.8, I adjusted my predictions. Some were saying that we were going to hit all-time high. I wasn't entirely convinced, but it definitely made me feel more confident at the end of the year price closeout. And then I said that maybe we would close out over 10K. And I think that's where we're going to be at. I think we're going to close out maybe 10.2, maybe even closer to 11. But at the way it's looking now, I would say we would still stay in the pocket that I've been calling 9,000 to 12,000. Anything between that range is what I'm expecting by the end of the year. We'll be sharing an article right now that expects things to dip a little lower under 9, and we have said 88. Satoshi's mentioning that. So we're going to go ahead and go over that. Let's check out CoinMarketCap, run through the pricing. And let me click on this ad. I get ads all day long here. If you're following the live streams through the Brave browser, start earning those BAT tokens. And block ads you don't need to see. And the ads that you do click on, you'll earn some BAT tokens via that Brave browser, just like the Chrome. Just like the Chrome, but a little sexier here. You can check out my CoinMarketCap.com screen here. I have all those banner ads blocked, so I don't have those, plaguing the screen here. And when the ads do pop up, I click on them and I get a little something. So boom, 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 boom. 10 to 15 this year at 2K19, says Johnson. So 10 to 15, yeah, I think we're going to be, somewhere under 12, between 10 and 12, I would say. Somewhere between 10 and 12. I think we're going to be trading between 9 and 12 this immediate short term. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it before, after we run down the pricing here. You got the current market cap. Let me hit refresh, make sure we're up to date with the latest information here. 250 billion, looking slim. We still need a 4x by next year to hit that $1 trillion market cap that I've been aiming at here, along with some of the other boomers that are shooting the baby bear cubs. Dancing and prancing. Boom! I'm expecting a $1 trillion market cap for all of crypto, not for Bitcoin. So for all the crypto, that could put Bitcoin somewhere around 30K next year. Again, this may or may not happen. Right now it's looking slim under 10K. So, are the bears back? Are the bulls back? We're going to be talking about that. We're currently at 95.66 with a Bitcoin dominance of 68.6. We've seen this decrease in the past week. At one point, we were over 70%. Ether at 193 after Ether had a performance last week and reached 220, I believe. Now it's dumping once again under 200. You got Bitcoin Cash at 284, Litecoin at $65. Litecoin losing about $10 overnight. I'm glad I DCA'd out of Litecoin and I swapped it out for some Bitcoin. I still got a Litecoin baggie. Okay, I still got a Litecoin baggie. And, I'm feeling a little better about it than I did before. I think I was a little too heavy on the Litecoin. So, I moved some of it over to Bitcoin. It seems like every few days or a week, I sell out some a DCA and sell some Litecoin back into Bitcoin. You can see right now it's at 0.0068. I'm glad because I caught 0.0075 at one point. So, listen, I like Litecoin and I think there's a future for it. But, until Bitcoin finds its new price discovery, until it discovers its new price, and that's not going to happen until that happening, in my opinion. You got EOS at 341 taking a heavy hit, down 11%. It's a bloodbath out there. Most of our favorite coins are in the red. Binance is under 20 at $18. You got Stellar down at 6 cents, Cardano at 4, Monero at 66, Leo at 105, Tron at 1 cent, and Huobi there at 371. Are there any gainers today? And this complete bloodbath, we got energy moving, and energy's been one that we've talked about here before. Shout out to Marlon. He's been hodling that, I believe. Mona, I don't know much about. And then, of course, Chainlink is back almost at $2 after being listed on Kraken. Chainlink was recently listed on Kraken along with the DAI stablecoins, is my understanding. And maybe this has caused it to pump indirectly. I simply don't know. Electronium is up 5%, and then Theta is up 1%. So there's not too many gainers. Who are the major losers today? Dragon, ABBC. I've been seeing a lot of action here with ABBC coin. This one's been moving a lot, and you can check the charts. I don't know much about this coin, I'll be honest with you, but this one's been making movements, and look at the past, let's say, 3 months, and you can see that it's it made a lot of movements, in the ending of this month. So, something to look at. I'm not attracted to this coin because I know little about it, but I've been seeing it. So it's a loser today, though. It's a loser. You got V Systems, Ren, EOS, and then BAT. BAT actually had a run as well. Right now, deals, BAT looks like a deal. Grin. I like Elastos. We've covered that before. Quant, this one's I've seen memed before. But listen, guys, at the end of the day here, this is another opportunity to get more Bitcoin. In my personal opinion, I think that, anything under 10 is looking good. Now, let's talk about where the price could go as the rest of the boomers tune into the population. We got Johnson here, Edward, Satoshi, GT, And Ty City, what's up, Ty? Punish GT says, I want to go all Litecoin in because 4 years we can see price going back to 100 or more. Listen, that's possible, GT. That's possible. Litecoin could go over 100 in the next 4 years. Actually, I think that's highly probable. But listen, there's a cost opportunity, because do you want to hold Litecoin for 5 years, or do you want to move that capital into Bitcoin and watch it boom next year? Is what we're expecting. Right now, I think the consensus, the opinion here with the boomers is that going into next year, from let's say within the next year, Bitcoin is going to gain more weight than most of the altcoins. I think that's what most people will agree on. I'm sure there's people that'll disagree with that, and that's our personal opinion. I think most of the boomers would agree. So although we like Litecoin, and I have Litecoin as well. You got to ask yourself, where are the gains going to happen right now? Present value, where are the gains going to happen right now? And I think, and again, my opinion, I'm not anybody's crypto daddy, but Bitcoin's still looking strong. Edwards here says, what's up? What's good, champ? Not the market, obviously, but we booming for the long haul. Yeah, but listen, I'm not upset. Just at the beginning of the year, we were at a 3K Bitcoin, 4K Bitcoin. So, we're still up at the end, over the year. So if you bought in January, February, you're in profit. So, it's not that bad. Tyler D says 6K to 7,500 is my guess of the bottom. I think that's a little lower than what I'm expecting, but I've seen that number thrown around. We're going to go over some technical analysis and check out an article in just a moment that discusses of what's really up with Bitcoin and where it could head. Energy's traded mostly at KuCoin, good volume. Yeah, I've heard of Energy, and Marlon was one. Marlon Jones, Bulls on the Block, one of our boomers here. He brought it to our attention, and it's certainly been moving. Now, the champ is a little bit more conservative than some of the boomers in the box, so I stick more with the blue chippers. Every once in a while, I'll take a shot at one of these baby altcoins. But, I'm usually not one that's trying to chase them down. Although we've seen some of these altcoins gain weight, like definitely Energy has gained weight. LTC, so small fee. I don't want to pay a lot of fees for Bitcoin. Right. Listen, if you're holding Bitcoin, you don't really have to worry about the fees, because, you're not like transacting every day. So it's not really, I don't think fees play much of a factor if you're not, trading in and out daily. If you're holding Bitcoin and you only do one transaction or two transactions every 5-6 months, those fees, they're insignificant compared to those that are trading repeatedly every day, and they can add up. What the Hoskinson doing with Cardano? Any news? I think no deal. No, it's a dead project. I think you may want to check out yesterday's live stream. We talked about the Shelly testnet going live there, I think in a couple days. And our understanding, and we shared some information there in that live stream, is that testnet is actually going to reward users for staking their Cardano token. So they're going to be offering rewards. So that's something to consider. I wasn't expecting rewards to be offered on a testnet. I haven't looked completely into it, but that's what my understanding is, that you can already start staking once that testnet becomes live this week. So check out that article or the live stream that I have from yesterday. We talked about it, and in the description of that video, you could see the article with all the details. Let's talk about what is really up with Bitcoin. This is out of cryptodaily.co.uk, posted by Hefe Can. If I'm mispronouncing that, excuse me. What is Bitcoin really up to? This one is linked down below for you guys that like to read it in its entirety. Bitcoin is trading with a large pennant that bears a strong resemblance to the similar pennant from 2014. The conditions are very much the same as well. Back then, Bitcoin crashed hard and then started to rally from there. When the price started to rally after the first downtrend, most traders falsely assumed the bear market had ended. The pump after the previous downtrend made traders even more complacent, and when breakout time came, the majority was very surprised when Bitcoin declined more than 73% in another brutal downtrend. It's interesting how everything is the same this time as well, says the article. The majority believes the bear market is over, and the recent parabolic move since 2018 has made a lot of traders complacent to the point they have no problem holding on to their Bitcoin bags. So basically, in summary, this article expects, and you can see the charts, and I'm not going to read it in its entirety, but expects the wicks to go down to the downside. We are likely to see more of such big wicks to the downside as big investors try to get rid of their bags before the next crash. So they're looking for another dip But ultimately, this article is bullish because it says that we gotta dip a little bit more before we see that bull run. So for the short term, they're bearish. Long term, seems like they're bullish. Market makers want to trap longs. At the same time, they don't want shorts to stack up. There's a delicate balance they have to find, and before the bears can get any more smarter. I think we are very likely. So here's the basic prediction here. Let me highlight this. Let me read this. So this is the bottom line with this article. I think we are very likely to see a sharp decline down to the 50-week extended moving average. The price is likely to bounce back above 81.33 and find some temporary support there before an attempt to test the broken descending triangle again. It faces strong rejection there. That is when we will be more than 70% decline and begin the uptrend. So, this article is expecting things to dip to 81. Now, I've said 88, okay, and maybe even 85. That's what I'm saying. 88, maybe even 85 is the very low. But, I'm not even entirely convinced that we're going to go under 9. I mean, every time it goes this low, people keep saying it's going to go lower, and it really doesn't go under 9. So that's why I'm going to stick with that low of 88. But right now, I think that it's too early to call. Punish GT is here. He says, I don't think Cardano will be on for good coins. Energy is a coin, though, that has its own blockchain, no shill. Yeah, I know it has its own blockchain. I've checked it out. Keep in mind that the Fed is printing billions. They're bailing out the overnight lending market every day. Buy Bitcoin. It's cheap right now. I agree with Batman. I agree. So check out that chart. Ultimately, they're bullish. They think there's going to be a bull run, but that they're expecting things to dip a little bit more to the 50-week extended moving average is what they're saying. So, here it's that purple line over here. So I think, things will dip down to there is what they're expecting, somewhere where we were at around here. So let me know, drop a comment. I'll tell you what I think. 88 is my bottom. I don't even think it's going to go under 9 at this moment. It's still a possibility. This one says 81. Somebody else said like 7,000 or something, So, I think that the opinion here is that, we may see a little bit more dips, but not that drastic. Ultimately, I haven't seen almost anybody be bearish for the mid to long term. It seems like most people, even the bears on the short-term bears, are actually bulls for the mid and long term. We could check out the TA technical analysis here. Well, I got another ad. Let me click it. Boom. And close that. Download the Brave browser every single time I'm going to say it. Let's check out Bitcoin technicals. Bitcoin technicals over here on TradingView are reading sell. And this is for the 1 day. But if you go over to the 1 month, I assume it still says buy, or 1 week. So, on the 1 week, the techs are still reading buy. And of course, for the 1 month, they're reading strong buy according to the moving averages. So something to consider. I think most people would agree, even those that are super bearish, even those that are saying it's going to go down to 8. I think that they expect things to shine brighter or look better as we approach the midterm here. Rafterman, we are in DCA territory. Kaboom! Let me just some dollar bills. Rafterman always showing love. Thank you, Rafterman, one of our most gratuitous members. Guys, follow the leader here, Rafterman. Drop a couple bucks in the bucket here, a couple ducats here in the bucket if you're getting some value from the stream. And if you are strapped for cash and you're a broke boomer, which you shouldn't be if you're tuning in here daily, go ahead and share this on your social media feed, okay? Let everybody know that the champ is here every single day and spread that good crypto word. Thank you so much, Rafterman. I appreciate you. Let me drop another bomb. And while we're at it, let's snipe out a funny bunny. Those funny bunnies out there. Hit the likes indeed. Thank you so much, Rafterman. I appreciate you. Kaboom. Here's the technicals once again for Bitcoin if you want to check it out. And I came across this other article. Swift chairman suggests crypto is the future. This is funny to me because what we're understanding is that Ripple is being set up to take over Swift. And, this chairman is suggesting crypto is the future. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We got to stop calling all these coins crypto, okay? Because the majority of these coins are not crypto. They're not hidden. They're not private at all, okay? Especially Ripple, okay? There's nothing cryptographic about it, in my understanding. It's all there. It's, you're putting it in the hands of the man. And, one could argue that Bitcoin itself is not so cryptographic any longer as far as privacy. I know it runs on a crypto code or whatnot, but I'm saying, as far as, privacy is what, I'm correlating the word crypto with hidden and private. Bitcoin is not what some people expected it to be. It's definitely not Monero. Okay. And, I was talking about it with one of the boomers, and as much as I'm a Bitcoin boomer, one needs to question, the story of Satoshi Nakamoto, very well, guys, we need to be honest with ourselves. The bits may be a DARPA invention. Okay. It may be that global coin, and it may be, compromised from the start. Now, that being said, I believe that it is more honest than the fiat system, and I believe that the price is going to go up. But you got to call it how it is, boomers. You got to call it how it is. The more I look at it, the Nakamoto story, I mean, come on. Come on, guys. We got to really be honest with ourselves. This is smelling like DARPA. But, bottom line is this is the future. It really seems that way. But, something, that's a whole nother live stream. Is Bitcoin compromised? I remember sharing the Bitcoin time traveler post, and I only talked about the good stuff, where he talked about the coin being like $100,000. But if you read that post a little deeper, it talks about some of the problems that came out of Bitcoin and whatnot. And of course, that is what we assume is fictional, obviously. But it's worth checking out. Maybe I'll bring that up again. I like to focus on boomers, not doomers. But, sometimes you got to ask questions. I think we got to ask questions. And by no means do I think that that means that Bitcoin is not going to increase in value. I think this is a runaway train, and it is the alternative. But drop a comment. Let me know how you feel about that. Let's keep talking about this Swift. Chairman suggests crypto is the future. So bottom line is, I think that the word to be used here is blockchain. Blockchain. Because calling these coins crypto, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Batman says, yeah, Bitcoin could be an NSA or a CIA creation, but I hope not. Yeah, I think it may be a DARPA creation. DARPA, D-A-R-P-A. Same people doing the robots or whatnot. And I think DARPA is behind the internet itself, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's something to consider. I mean, it's way too convenient, guys. Like the story of, the Wizard of Oz, Nakamoto, and nobody knows where he is. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Come on. We gotta mature here a little bit, Enough with the fairy tales. For all we know, it's another bagel trick. I don't have direct evidence of that, but you got to pay attention. Is it good to go? Is it good to go in Monero right now, or right before the dump, says Punish GT? I never look at Monero as one of the boomer coins. Like, it just doesn't, like, you don't get Monero and hold it expecting it to 10, 20x. The reason that myself and other boomers could hold Monero is simply to store their value and keep that value private and out of the hands of anyone that may want to tax it, perhaps, whether it be, even a citizen, so people want their little share of it. At the end of the day, it's for privacy. It's not to avoid taxes, because I don't promote that. I think you guys got to follow the rules and give Caesar his due. But privacy is definitely valuable. Okay. Now, to answer your questions, is it good to go into Monero right now? I think it's good to go into most of the coins that you believe in right now, because they're down. But let me put out the disclaimer. I don't know if it's going to go up. I don't know if it's going to go down. Now, I would expect Bitcoin to move faster than Monero. Okay. But if you check out the video I have linked down below, there's 5 reasons why Monero could be superior to Bitcoin on the fundamentals that we like to follow, the crypto ethos. I got another video down below where it talks about anonymity and privacy versus secrecy and all that. So, I don't like the tax man knocking on my door, says bleed heart infection. I think no one does. No one does, Of course not, no one does. If Satoshi was real, he could have been murdered by CIA. Who knows? All that Bitcoin never been touched. Yeah, we don't know. We can't hate on Ripple anymore. Everyone is literally letting the futures contract dictate the value. There's no difference between Wall Street and the banks. Wall Street is the banks, but I'm definitely hating on Ripple. But you could check out here, Swift chairman, he says, financial industry is undergoing an extraordinary change because of the new entrants like Facebook, Libra, and the emergence of technology like crypto assets. And then he goes on to say, and this is the chairman of the Swift, and if you don't know what Swift is, it's the payment system in between the banks. What Ripple is executing every day is to take over Swift. Currently, we've signed up over 100 Swift-enabled banks that are now using the Ripple tech. The technologies used by the banks today that Swift developed years back hasn't really evolved or even kept up with the current market. So we know this. We know that Ripple is another Trojan horse. And, what I don't like about Ripple, okay, is that it can't be mined and transactions can be reversed. So there's not a finite circulating supply. Okay. So, whatever you want to say about it, it is what it is. It's basically banking 2.0. So I don't see how that's any more honest than something like Bitcoin. And again, I'm even admitting that Bitcoin could be compromised. But as it is right now, I see more fundamentals in Bitcoin than I do with Ripple. I can and will hate Ripple forever. Thai City says, we'd be at 100K now without all the manipulation tools. I mean, listen, you'd be a millionaire now too if there wasn't other people that's trying to make millions as well. But Ty, let me say it once again. I need positivity from you. I need positivity from you, Ty. I like you in the box, but I want to hear some positivity. We know that there's manipulators out there, Ty. It's never going to change. It is never going to change. We just got to know who's manipulating and move accordingly. Ripple should be delisted from CoinMarketCap. I agree. I don't think it's a crypto. I think it's more of a glorified database. And to be fair, I don't think it's going to dump. I don't think that it's completely without value. Okay, let me be fair. But on the other hand, I think it's toxic to the crypto ethos. And why would we want to build on top of Swift when we could build on a new idea? And again, bottom line is here, guys. You can't mine Ripple. How's Ripple created? By a centralized entity. And that's not the case with Bitcoin, although we know that there's some people manipulating Bitcoin, but it's not as centralized as Ripple. We could agree with that. Ripple's an unregistered security. It probably is. Shout out to Johnson, Batman, Ty, Jojo, Champ. What do you think about Link? It's a sleeper. I've been talking about Link since it was under $1 or like $1 something, as far as all the memes out there with Link. I thought it was just a meme coin. And I'd been talking about it before their Google partnership. And as soon as they they announced that Google partnership, the coin kaboomed to about $3-4. Not before dumping. I heard a lot of the whales are dumping. Listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. All these altcoins, the links, this, that, and third. You tell me which one's going to gain more weight than Bitcoin in the midterm. Lady Plant says, Crypto Boomers, what's up? I see you, lady. Raptorman says, as should the dollar coins not be on CoinMarketCap. Yeah, that's one to consider. I mean, you know how I feel about the stable coins. Ripple might as well be fiat. Yeah, I think that it's basically fiat. And it's not to say that the price of Ripple may or may not go up. Like, getting into Ripple is like getting into a centralized stock. It's the way I look at it. So, you're more than entitled to do that. But when we're talking about crypto, and decentralized blockchain technology, that ain't the one. Lady Plant says, we're them crypto hubbies. That's one of our other boomers. I think you changed your name, right? What was your other name? I remember you coming in and asking for the crypto hubbies out there. Shout out to our crypto chicks worldwide. 21 crypto maniacs here in the box. 28 minutes here on the elapsed time. Check out the articles, what Bitcoin's really up to. I have it linked down below. They're expecting 81 on the dip. I'm expecting maybe 88, but really, I'm expecting a bounce from a low of maybe 91. Okay, I mean, it's possible 88, but I think there's a higher probability that we'll bounce back and not go under 9. Ripple isn't fooling anybody. Listen, there's still going to be people making gains on Ripple, and those are traders, and, it is what it is, But if you're here for the fundamentals of crypto and then you believe in decentralization as a good alternative to the fiat system, then it's toxic, in my opinion. People are going to do what they're going to do. You're not going to catch the champ supporting Rips. I'll tell you that much. There it is. And then check out that Swift article here. Chairman suggests crypto is the future. I would say blockchain, not crypto. That's me. Where's my Bitcoin boo you were going to hook me up with? I had one. I had a gentleman named Colin out there out of Australia that he always comments after the live streams. He says that he's down. And, you may want, I think you've seen him here in the population of the chat box. He's down under. Shout out to Colin if he's listening on the replay. We're at 95.24 on the bits, coming back up after a dip from 97 down to, it seems like almost 93. I'm getting more ads. I'm getting like, how many ads did I get during this live stream already? Like 3. Boom. So there you go, guys. A lot of blood on the streets. I think it's a good time to buy. Link is up 10%. Wow. That's after the Kraken listing. But listen, Link is still substantially lower than its all-time high. I mean, Yep, there's Colin. I need a boomer down under. There you go. You need a boomer down under. I like that. Shout out to Lady Plants, one of our crypto chicks, generals here in the population of the chat box. She snipes at the funny bunny as well. Shout out to Lady Plants. But I hope you're not only eating plants, a little meat here and there, Lady Plants. You know how I feel about that. Completely plant-based for too long. Maybe risky. Edward says, our Ripple fanboys are the worst. Yeah, they are. You got a handful of Ripple fanboys, and then you got some that just, they don't care. They're looking for the profits. And I'm not as mad at those, but you got some Ripple shills that they believe that that's the one, Johnson's here, CryptoZilla. Colin got into Ripple. Zilla out of Japan, sniping him out. Johnson's here, punishes Ripple, die. Not a good coin. Listen, I mean, when they did their Ripple conference, who do they had talking? It was Clinton himself. I mean, if this is not the globalist coin, then I don't know what it is. Lady Plant says, that's right, sniping. I eat meat and I'm gardening fanatic. There you go. I like that. Keep gardening. I'm not against the plants at all, but don't sleep on the meats. You guys got to eat meat. Some good meat. Some premium, some prime. Not premium, some prime USDA beef. I was doing some research on the beef. It appears like only 2% of the beef in America is rated USDA prime. And the majority of the restaurants buy up most of the supply. So, I came across a good market because I let you guys know that the local supermarket I've been getting the meat from, the quality's been going down and down and down. So I found a new one, and they actually sell prime. USDA prime, like I said, is only 2% of the supply, and ranked higher. Most of the restaurants buy up most of the supply, so I'm getting that prime, guys. I'm getting and grass fed when possible. I can't do grass fed every single time because it's not always available, but we know the better quality, that free range grass fed beef, preferably prime. If not, choice is good as well. USDA choice. Thai City, just keeping it real, champ. I mean, so am I. I'm just keeping it real. And there's keeping it real is also, calling out when people are being negative, CryptoZilla, my favorite lizard on the blockchain. Fresh herbs are good. Yeah. I mean, I got some basil in the backyard. I got some, maybe not. No, I had some oregano. We got some fruits back there as well. So let you guys know. Eventually, the champ probably, would like to do like a mini homestead, get a couple chickens. I was looking at some dwarf goats out there. You could get a chicken, guys. You could get a chicken for like $15. All right, get a few chickens, spend like $100, $200 on some chickens. They'll start laying eggs for you, and you don't have to buy the eggs. And you know how I feel about eating eggs. The champ eats eggs. Arguably the egg yolk, because you people with the egg whites. I need you guys eating the egg yolk. That's where all the nutrients and the vitamins and minerals are. One of the most complete foods out there. So I was thinking of getting a chicken or 3 or 4, throwing them out there in the backyard, making a little coup maybe for the young boomer and boomette to experience. Zilla is more of a dinosaur that didn't buy into the whole extinction nonsense. Shout out to Zilla. Thai City's here. Lady Plants is here. Punish GT's here. Johnson, Cackery's here, and the rest of the pumpers worldwide. Bitcoin, they're at 95.25. Even ducks are good. Yeah, I heard ducks are good, but ducks are messy. They shit all over the place. Ducks are messy. I think chickens are cleaner than ducks. But yeah, ducks are good. And, my understanding is I think duck eggs have even more vitamins. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But, ducks are good. And Maybe I should do a little bit of videos. Be honest, I mean, the daily live stream with crypto's fun, but, you know, feeling a little redundant to the champ. You know, there's other things I'm interested in. I'm tuning into a lot of other truth media, a lot of homesteading content and stuff like that. And, you know, maybe I should bring that in, you know, a lot of powerlifting, a lot of exercise, self-improvement. And, you know, maybe it's worth it for the champ to go live and talk about other topics, as we did every Friday with the lifts and bits during the whole summer, most of the first half of the year. And I think we, you know, covered that topic enough. It's eating, you know, keto, fasting, lifting. We talked about that. We covered that no fap for a little while. You know, I encourage you guys, stop with the fap. Makes you a stronger boomer. Currency 365. Salute. Just checking in real quick. Shout out to Currency. Boom! Dropping $10 in the population of the chat box. Currency 365. One of the few YouTubers showing love. I see Currency always dropping videos. I think he's got a Patreon page. And he's active. He's active, spreading that good word. One of our brothers indeed. One of our brothers indeed. Thank you so much, Currency. And I believe that Currency is believes in the Lord as well. I saw some video where you're offering prayers to your listeners or whatnot. So you sound like the type of dude that I would kick it with. Shout out to Currency. Thank you so much for that $10. Guys, follow the leaders here. Currency, Rafterman, and the rest of the boomers. Drop a couple ducats in the bucket if you're getting some value from the stream. It definitely will go to, you know, feeding the boomer and the boomette and perhaps buying a chicken. I can't eat duck, says Rafterman. I don't remember the last time I ate duck. You know, I have, but it's been a while. You sell duck eggs. I'm a homesteader. There you go. You could sell the duck eggs. How much could you sell a duck egg for? Because I think the local chicken eggs are selling for about 50 cents each. So I would assume duck eggs are more expensive. And then getting into going back to the goats that I was talking about, those little dwarf goats, you can milk them. And dwarf goat milk is expensive. Goat milk is expensive. I think a quart is like $10, if I'm not mistaken. Derek McLean says roasted duck is great. You know, I don't remember the last time I had some duck. I know I had, but, you know, I can't remember, you know, how it tasted. So, but yeah, you know, you can have ducks on the homestead. But my understanding is that ducks are a little messier than chickens. They definitely shit all over the place. You know, I'm by there's a lot of lakes by where I live, or I'm staying at right now. And there's definitely a lot of ducks roaming around. All kinds of different species or whatnot. And if you get the closer you get to the lake, there's all kinds of duck feces all over the place. They're a little messy. $6 for a dozen eggs. Okay. So what's that? That's like 50 cents an egg. Duck eggs are good, says Kicksmark. Okay. EOS and Cosmos looking hot to buy, I think, says Punish GT. I think right now it's a buying opportunity for the coins that you believe in. I mean, there's nothing but red. We're a majority red on the field. If you go back to CoinMarketCap, you can see, let me hit refresh. It's a bloodbath out there. Bitcoin's down. Ether's down. Litecoin's down. EOS is down. Binance is down. I mean, all of them red. So with the exception of Chainlink, it seems like it's a good opportunity. If you believe in a coin and you want it, this may not be a bad time, guys. You know, it looks like all of the coins are on a discount. Let's see what coins are on a discount compared to Bitcoin. A lot of them. You can see Ether is down. You know, compared to Bitcoin, most of them are down. I believe in Cosmos, says Punish GT. And Cosmos has been talked about here in the population of the chat box as an alternative to Cardano that is already working. Now, I haven't looked into it, but that's my understanding. Nano Mex says fertilized duck eggs is delicious, aka balut. Okay, I didn't know that. And Lady Plant says it's fertilizer. So the duck eggs are a fertilizer. Okay. I love all duck, chicken, and Bitcoin. There you go. You eat the Bitcoin as well. Shout out to Johnson. Renee says, I'm having issues withdrawing ETH from Coinbase wallet. Anyone experiencing problems? Like ETH to another ETH wallet outside of Coinbase, or like selling ETH and getting the USD? I wouldn't be so alarmed with Coinbase there, Renee, but on the other hand, sometimes they are a little slow with the withdrawals or whatnot. I've never heard of any scam or fraud with Coinbase or any funny bunny, but I have heard of them like slowing down and taking forever. So, you know, you may be caught up in that. That's all I've heard. I haven't experienced any issues myself, but I've heard of that. I wouldn't be too concerned though, Renee. How much is VET? I can't see it. VChain is VChain currently at right here's the price, 0.003, 39 Satoshi. It's down as well. Every coin is now on sale. Absolutely. Every coin is now on sale. So listen, guys, if there's a coin that you like, you know, you may want to consider it. I mean, there's obviously you want to go to the store when there's a discount event. Me personally, more bits. I may, you know, consider chipping a little block off one of the other blockchain alts and moving it back into Bitcoin as I have with Litecoin. But, you know, I have to check out the portfolio again. But usually when these things happen, or when I see the altcoins move, you know, I'll take a little chip off them, staying more Bitcoin dominant. I've always said about half the bag should be in Bitcoin, but nowadays it's closer to 70% is my opinion. I'll take a few more comments and questions before we go ahead and land the plane. But I think you guys like that topic, that homesteading topic about, you know, getting chickens. You guys are talking about ducks or whatnot. So, you know, if I have more time, because, you know, the champ here is my time is limited. But my intent is to talk about other things. You know, I want to keep up with the live streams of the cryptos, but you know, I think this is a sideways trading market, and it's going to be staying sideways until next year. So I wouldn't expect any major excitements till next year. Maybe I'm wrong, but it certainly seems like every single day we're between 9 and 12, maybe usually 10,002, 10,003, and the story is always keep hodling the bits. There's not much new information, and that's okay. You got to be patient. That's one of the reasons I started doing the Friday broadcast and talking about lifting or whatnot when things were trading sideways. Miners are still bullish, and so is the champ. That's why I'm here every single day. Peking duck is really, or Peking, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Peking duck is really good. You make rice paper rolls, but it's a luxury. Okay. I know out there in Asia, they eat a lot more ducks. It looks like, you know, even when you here in the States, a lot of the Asian restaurants, they have the ducks hanging right there on the window, and they serve duck more often than other American restaurants. Usually it's chicken out here. But my understanding going back is that maintaining a chicken coop is a little easier than the ducks because they're less messy. So I don't know if that's true. I've never had a coop, but you know, I may go for a chicken coop sooner than later. Is my understanding, you buy a chicken for like $15-20, and a couple $100, you get a few chickens, you can get it on and popping immediately. I'll take a few more comments and questions. I was going to make some commentary on that young lady that did a speech about climate change or whatnot. And, you know, I was thinking of going into that. But, you know, then again, I was reminded that she's just, she's a minor, you know. So I'm going to go easy on it, but I'll give you my opinion. I think it's an act. It certainly seems like she was reading a script and acting. I'll give her an Oscar. But it seemed like overacted at one point. And my understanding is, and I don't know if this is true or not, that she's related to a bunch of globalists, and one is directly linked to the Illuminati or whatnot. But you never know. You know, you see these memes online, and some of it may or may not be fake news. But my personal opinion, it seems like it was overly dramatic, and it sounded like an act to me. But you know, I wanted to kind of elaborate on that more and go off on that tangent. You know, but being that she's a minor, and, you know, I don't think that should be the topic, the main subject. That's true. Ducks shit everywhere, says Johnson. Chickens too. Yeah, chickens too, but I think ducks are messier, but maybe I'm wrong. Cryptozilla says the Chinese do, not a Japanese thing. Okay. So yeah, you're right. I think most of the Chinese restaurants, because we don't have a lot of Japanese restaurants. The ones that you do see are obviously like the sushi knockoffs and then like the hibachi grill or whatnot. But I don't know how authentic Japanese that is because I've never been to China. But you know, as far as the Chinese restaurants, a lot of them have duck hanging on the outside. But you're right, Cryptozilla, that's China. That's not Japan. Completely different food. And I like, from the food that I've had, I think I like Japanese food better than Chinese. CryptoZilla says overreacting and using the young is part of the playbook now. Yeah, it is part of the playbook, it seems. And this happened in, I believe, in China at one point, where they try to get the youth to hate the adults and blame all the problems of the world on the adults. And then the youth says, how dare you, and this and that. And then, they indoctrinate the youth into Marxism and communism, and they turn them against their own family and into their elders. My opinion is that was an act. I think Cosmos is sleeping, says Punish GT. I'll check it out. You guys definitely brought it to my attention as an alternative to Cardano. Mondir Aknin says, guys, is it worth buying Ripple now? To me, it's never worth buying Ripple, but I think there's like maybe one or three people here in the chat box that would say yes. I haven't, I think Ripple's toxic to crypto, so I want nothing to do with it. That doesn't mean that it may not increase in value. I'm not paying attention to it. I would say Ripple is not a crypto. It's at best a blockchain, really. At best, a glorified database, really. But, to answer your question, I think it's a good opportunity to buy any altcoin that you believe in, because it seems like all of them are down right now, including Bitcoin, the king coin. When you see a bunch of rolls covered in mayo and avocado, that's American. There you go. Yeah. Mayo and avocados. Yeah, a lot of those rolls are covered in mayo and avocados. I like more, eating like raw tuna and just raw fish. I'm not really big into the rolls. Can you stake Cosmos, says Punish. I think so. I don't know. It's a possibility. Maybe somebody else can answer that question because I don't know. I would say maybe yes, but I can't confirm. All right, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions and tune down the broadcast. Always a pleasure booming it with the best of them here in the population of the chat box. It seems like you guys like duck more than chicken, but I'm still gunning to get a chicken coop. On what coins are you going to focus, and will you wait till this dip is over or react ASAP? On what coins are you going to focus? I mean, if you've been tuning into the broadcast, we've been focusing on a lot of coins. We actually were managing a crypto community portfolio where we bought and traded some of our favorite altcoins. We recently basically closed that out, sold almost all the altcoins and sticked with Bitcoin, Monero, and Binance. I'm thinking of starting another community portfolio. It's virtual. We weren't, obviously really trading, but we were handling it like such. But I think it's a time to stack Bitcoin. I'm not that attracted to altcoins right now. I think that, again, my opinion is that Bitcoin it will gain more weight in the short term than the majority of these altcoins. Just a raw fish is called sashimi. That's right, sashimi. Lucky Lewis with the $2. He says, keep calm and DCA on. And boom! Thank you so much, Lucky. I appreciate you. Let me drop a couple bills from the top of the sky here. Real sushi is a piece of fish on rice. Sushi chefs study years just to perfect the rice making process. Okay, thank you for letting us know about that. But yeah, Mondur Aknin, if you're tuning in, I advise you to go through the videos that we've had. Maybe you're a new listener. We talk about all the coins here, or the majority of the ones. But I would say I'm like the market. I'm 70% interested in Bitcoin, and then the rest is 30% on altcoins, and not many are really catching my attention. I believe in Ether. I think Ether is looking good, and some of the blue chippers, but that's my opinion. And again, I'm not anybody's crypto daddy. I'm not a crypto advisor, a crypto pro. This could go completely opposite of what I expect. So at the end of the day, don't take advice from somebody on YouTube. If you're looking for advice, go see a professional. But ultimately, what I believe is that you should make your own decisions and be responsible for your own wins and losses. What altcoin would you buy now, says Punish GT. I'm not buying any altcoins now. Okay. But if I would, I like Ether. I like Binance. I like Monero. And I like a few of them if you've been tuning into the broadcast. I'm still holding EOS and others. CryptoZilla says, by the way, I'm a Christian boomer too, champ. Kaboom to you. Our Christian brothers out here. He believes in the Lord himself. And that's always nice to have a boomer out here. I know Queens is a believer, and I believe Currency 365 is one as well. So shout out to my believers out there. Crypto Slim says Bitcoin or Ether. I'm saying Bitcoin. Crypto Slim says Monero is getting delisted on exchanges. Yeah, on some of them it is getting delisted. It's a pity. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not surprised, guys. I'm not surprised. But, you know, even if it does get delisted, if it stays a true anonymous coin and a true private coin, even if it's like banned, that may even increase the price of the coin. Listen, when they ban certain drugs, the price go up. So, I mean, you know. 50 minutes on the live broadcast. Usually want to do 30 minutes, but we went on today. I had some time, and we went on today. Okay, brother, thanks for the info. I'll check your earlier content, says Mondir. Yeah, welcome to the population of the chat box. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification. We're here every single day, late mornings, early afternoons, Eastern Standard Time. We do the live show, check out the pricing, and give our opinion. So, you know, welcome back. Rafterman says he's a believer as well. Shout out to you, Rafterman. Shout out to those with the faith. And, you know, I got to say, the faith has increased with the champ this past year. And, you know, I don't know if it's just because, you know, we're growing the family or because I'm able to see more of the lies out there in the mainstream media. And I'll tell you, another factor that played into the faith was doing the self-improvement broadcast. Because when you start thinking of self-improvement, real self-improvement, in my opinion, is increasing that faith. There's no better way to self-improve than to deal with the Lord himself. But that's not the topic at hand today. And maybe we'll bring a variation of those self-improvement chats back if you guys are interested in that content. But anyhow, we'll be here every single day with that crypto content because that's not going away. Snipe the ducks. We don't have any ducks, but we have bunnies. Maybe I should bring out a duck. The sitting duck. Shout out to Johnson, CryptoZilla, Rafterman, Mondir, Aknin. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Crypto Slim, CryptoZilla, Main Event. Welcome back. And the rest of the boomers. I've been on for over 50 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and tune down the broadcast. I'll be back tomorrow with a good word. Thank you to everybody tuning in, and thanks once again to those that dropped gratuity here in the super chat. Lucky Lewis dropped me $2. Thank you. Currency 365 gave me $10. Thank you. Rafterman gave me $2. Thank you as well. And thank you to anybody that sent crypto directly to the crypto addresses linked down below. And thank you to anybody that sent BAT tokens via the Brave browser, because you could do that as well. So duck and cover, kaboom. Yeah, indeed. Crypto Slim says, thanks, man. On that note, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, though. So go ahead and look out for me. You know, it's a 50-50 chance you'll get those post notifications. So look out for me there, Mondur Aknin. Sometimes you don't get those notifications, but I'm on every single day. So if you didn't get notified, that doesn't mean that I didn't post, because I'm here every single day, and the rest of the boomers can verify that. Lady Plant says, Colin, call me. Kissmar X says, good night. CryptoZilla says, duck and cover. And shout out to all the boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain. Here's Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.